Our next performer is coming in hot. Her bright vibrations keep every rehearsal and gathering as warm as the summer day. Don't let her reverend title confuse you, as we all saw earlier today, right? She is the epitome of summertime shy. Please enjoy Perspectives by Michelle Hughes.
I've always lived 12 minutes from Lake Michigan. Down 67th Street to La Rabida, down 71st Street to South Shore Country Club, and down 75th Street to Rainbow Beach. But to quote the immortal words of Parliament, never learned how to swim, don't know the rhythm of the stroke, don't make me hold my breath because I may choke. Never could swim, never will swim. Ooh, but I had to have that swimsuit. I had to have it. Oh, mama, please, can I have it? I'll wash the dishes. I'll take out the garbage. Please, can I have it? You should have seen it. It was 3-piece ensemble, gradient tones of yellow, orange, and fire engine red, a 2-piece with a cover up and a little drawstring bag for my undies and my towel. It was stunning. I begged, and finally, reluctantly, my mother bought me the outfit. Well, I was so proud. I could not wait for those little 8th grade girls of taste and good breeding who shopped places other than Frank's on 75th and Cottage, had grown past Robert Hall. No, this ensemble was from Sears on 79th. Up the escalator to the right to the junior Miss department. And it was on the mannequin gradient tones of yellow, orange, and fire engine red. I knew they had to have seen it, and I was going to have it. I mean, I needed this outfit. I was about 12 years old, and I was so tired of being in that little girl phase. I needed something more than bangs and pierced earrings to let the world know that I was becoming a young woman. And this was the outfit that would do it. I was gonna be a caramel version of Patty Duke herself. We were gonna walk alike and talk alike. Now we're gonna have 2-piece suits alike. It was the 60s. And I grew up watching Donna Reed and Father Knows Best and Sally Field as Gidget. And I believed that all white people lived like that they all had perfect houses and manicured lawns and little white picket fences. So can you imagine my confusion when the first time I was robbed, it was by some little white girls. Okay, let me tell you what happened. So, for the first time, me and my friends got to go to the beach all by ourselves. No adults, no parents. Oh, we were so grown up. And I remember it was me, Alice, Butch, and Brenda. Now, Butch and Brenda were almost grown. I mean, they were 16, they were in high school. So they were in charge. But although I was only 12, I liked Butch. Oh, I liked him. He was tall and he was chocolate. And his friends drove cars. And he smoked cigarettes. I just liked him so much. and couldn't wait for this moment where we were going to take this long stroll to the beach. So we get our stuff together. We had bologna sandwiches with Wonder Bread. We had peanut butter sandwiches, and we had red pop wrapped in foil. We decided to walk and not take the bus because we needed that money for the Good Humor Man. Y'all remember the Good Humor Man? Now, to get to the beach from Park Manor where we lived, we had to walk to and through South Shore. Now, believe it or not, back then, South Shore was 71% white. Black people had just started moving in. So we get ready and we start this leisurely stroll on 75th Street to the beach. And it was wondrous. Oh, we felt so emancipated. And I remember we found this big tree. And of course, I mean, we were young. We didn't have lawn chairs. We had beach towels. And we spread out our towels and we just ran into the water and out of the water. And when it was time to go, I get my little drawstring bag, you know, the one with the matching outfit. Did I tell you it had cap sleeves? Anyway, I get my bag and I go into the girls' washroom. And I take off my wet swimsuit and I get out my towel. I get out my cover up. I put it on the door. I dry up and I look up. It's nothing there. It probably fell. So I open the door and I don't see anything. I hear some snickering in the background. So I think somebody kicked it. So I come out further and look. Again, I don't see anything. And I turn to just see this sea of pale faces looking back at me. And I thought they probably put my clothes in the garbage. I go look in the garbage can and it's nothing there. No gradient tones of orange and yellow and fire, engine red. And then my stomach sinks. Oh my God, what is my mother going to say? My heart starts beating so fast. And then I go back into the stall and I sit there with just my undies and my sandals, and it dawns on me, they stole my clothes. They stole my clothes. I mean, you gotta understand, at 12 years old, the world I came from, it was always us who misbehaved. It was always us that they said was dishonest. We were the ones that always took things. I couldn't wrap my head around it. And I remember sitting there in that bathroom stall. I remember it being stinky and damp, gritty. And I just sat there. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think. I don't know how long I was in there. I must have been in there a really long time, because then I hear this voice. Yo, Michelle, where you at? It was Butch. He had come in to the girls' bathroom to look for me. I thought he was so brave. I told him what happened, and he just took off his white t-shirt and handed to me over the door. And he was so tall, it came way below my knees. And I remember when we were walking home, he kept making me laugh. He wouldn't let me be sad. That day at the lake, I learned some valuable lessons. You know, so often we are told that the primary indicator of our success is our proximity to whiteness. But that day at the lake, I learned that sometimes, that proximity to whiteness can be perilous. And sometimes, being tolerated can hold hidden anger and resentment. That day at the lake, I discovered the understanding and protection of a young Black man, loud, talking, and lengthy, that walked with a swagger, that smoked cigarettes, who the world still depicts as always the predator, always the untrustworthy one, always the one to be feared. But that day, he was my hero. That day I learned that so often the pictures that the world paints for us, the stories that the world tells us, is so often just a lie. Thank you.